Right, so welcome back to the channel, and if this is not a welcome back, then make it a welcome back by, pressing that red button down. You know what? You already know what to do. You know to like, subscribe, all that shit, because if you don't, then you're not welcome here, and you must leave. Right, well, let's just hope that half the people haven't left the video already, and let's just move on. So today, I will obviously be showing you guys on the best way to make the most money with the warehouses. Now, whether or not the warehouses are double money at the moment for you, or if they're not, it does not matter. This will apply to both of them. So I will be showing you two methods. One of them will be a way on how to not lose any money at all while doing this, so the crates are completely free basically, but you get less crates per hour, or the second method where you will straight buy the crates and you will lose the money. So if you're only interested in just straight buying the crates and getting more per hour, go to this timestamp on screen and skip to that method. But starting us off, we are going to be using these two warehouses right here, both in green, and me hovering over them, mainly because in my opinion they're just the better ones. They're the best for the terabyte, which you are going to need to make this faster. You don't need a terabyte, but it just makes everything faster because you don't have to go backwards and forwards between your office. But these two are the best because overall they're just right next to a main road and easily accessible. So for this method, you're only going to need one warehouse, and that's it for requirements. But you can also have a terabyte to then speed up the process. And the reason we've selected this the reason we've selected this warehouse first, is the actual name of it, is because obviously it's right next to the main road really, and the terabyte spawns right up here, so it's easy to get to and easy to drive down. So again, you don't need the terabyte, it just makes everything quicker, and you will get more missions done per hour, obviously, because you, instead of having to go backwards and forwards between your warehouse, you will just have to go outside and then just enter your terabyte and simply just start the missions from inside there. So simply park the terabyte in the desired location that you want, whether that be a little bit further away or really close to the door. Don't make it too close because then you can't enter and exit the warehouse, but just make it further enough away to basically be like, yeah, that's alright, that's an okay distance. So then simply enter the terabyte and then simply go on to the special cargo. Now, common mistake, buy 3 crates. Don't buy 1 or 2, buy 3 crates, because that will maximize how many crates you can get per hour. Obviously, it will cost you way more in the long run, but overall be much better. I would also recommend doing this in a solo public lobby. That is why I have just kicked everyone from the game. So once you've then bought 3 crates and selected the warehouse that you want to go deliver it to, make sure you know the name of the warehouse that you're parked next to, because, then there's no point in parking your terabyte there. And then simply start the mission. Now, the reason I say get 3 crates is because whether or not you have 1, 2, or 3 crates, sometimes it's a 50-50 chance, but sometimes you can spawn all in a vehicle. So as you can see here, there are 3 crates in this truck, and it's just a simple drive from A to B, A to B, and that's it. You're just driving, and that's it. You get 3 crates. If you did this for 1 crate, then you'd obviously only get 1 crate. So you can see how it saves you a lot of time. Now I'll explain later, if you keep watching, what to do when you get 3 individual crates, but for now, as you can see here, we have 1 vehicle just to deliver, and we deliver it back to the warehouse, and that is all fine and done. As you can see, 3 crates there, all done. Now, just saying, if you do want to double check that it is actually double money, once you've done the first mission, make sure that crate number 1 is worth 20,000. If it's worth 10, it's not double money. Worth 20, then it's double money. But now you're thinking, what do? You only own 1 warehouse. What do you do now? Well, all you simply have to do is simply get your terabyte to spawn back in by get your Oppressor Mark II to spawn back in your terabyte, and then simply go back inside. Because as you can see here, we're going to pretend I only have 1 warehouse. As you can see, that has a cooldown of 4 minutes on it. So what do you do for 4 minutes? You're not just going to sit there with your finger up your ass. You're going to do some VIP work. I would recommend Headhunter. If you can't do it, do Sightseer, because these are the 2 best VIP works. And this is basically how you have your crates paid for, because these missions will pay for it. You'll actually earn money from doing this than just not doing them at all. Now, yes, obviously this does mean that you make less crates because if you owned more than one, then during this time you're doing this mission, you'd just be sourcing another crate in your other warehouse. So overall you do get less crates, but you don't pay for the crates basically. If anything, you earn money for the crates. I believe you earn a couple thousand, it's about 2,000 per go, because Headhunter gives you 20,000 to 25,000. I got the lowest amount because I did it quite quickly. The longer you take, the more money you get, which is dumb, but it is. So then obviously after you've done that, you will then come back, and if the timer is there, it will only be a couple seconds, so just wait that out and start it again. Now that's the first method if you only have one warehouse. Now if you have several warehouses and you want to fill them up as quickly as possible, here is now method 2 on how to maximize your potential for getting these crates. So now let's go on to that. So now going on for the bigger crates, the way you get more crates at a time. Now you see I've parked my Terabyte in between both these warehouses. We are still going to be using these two, and you can see that this one is really close to the motorway, and so is this one as well. So it's much easier to just park your Terabyte right in the middle. So without further ado, let's get in and start these missions. So obviously you're gonna have to remember the names of the warehouses, so you pick the correct one. So if you're interested, this one is called the depot, and then that's the bottom one, and then the top one that we were using before is called the Darrell warehouse. So if you're interested, pick them two, because they are overall the best warehouses to pick. These are all obviously large warehouses that we are using. So then simply get out, and this is the one that I was talking about just before. If you did skip, then shame on you, but this is the one I was talking about before, where you would get several crates in a row. Instead of being in one vehicle, you have it separately. Now the oppressor will do light work of this, but this mission right here did take me 8 minutes to do, so it does take a little bit longer. So overall it probably took me about 9 minutes between like getting back and forwards between the Terabyte, but overall 9 minutes isn't really that much to get 3 crates, especially when just driving one vehicle takes about 3-4 minutes. So it's about just a little over double the time of what it would normally take for just one vehicle, which is alright, but that does mean that you own an oppressor or a buzzard, either one will do, and you're not driving, because obviously that will take way longer. You'll only be able to do like maybe 3 missions an hour overall. But if you do get these single crates, don't panic, don't blow them up like some people say, because that's just a waste of money. It's a waste of 18 grand, and that's it, it's just gone. Because this one, you're not keeping the money, you are getting rid of the money, and you're not going to be able to get that back. So obviously after you complete that mission, you can then go back to your warehouse, your Terabyte, I keep mixing things up, and buy 3 crates again, and then just select another warehouse, preferably the one that's near you. Select that one, and then also go ahead and get back on your Terabyte and complete that mission as well. If you didn't skip the video, you would know how to get your Terabyte back in there. Shame on you. But simply then, this is one of my personal favorites, that's why it's still being in this video. It's simply because with the Terabyte or the buzzard, obviously with the Terabyte you can spawn your Oppressor Mark II. With the Oppressor Mark II or the buzzard, you can simply just go to one of these and blow up the targets. It's super easy, just don't kill yourself. I don't want to hear about it, alright? I don't want to hear about it. But even me killing myself here did not take me that long to recover from it, get my oppressor back, and then just go over and kill the guy. Now the reason this is my personal favourite is because not only do you get to kill people, but it's one vehicle, and you obviously know one vehicle is the best. So simply then just get in the vehicle and obviously deliver it back to your warehouse, and completely do that all over again. Just keep going backwards and forwards between 2, 3, 4, whatever. If you have all 5, I would recommend parking your Terabyte in the middle of the map near the construction site area, and then doing missions from there and filling all 5 up at a time. Or you can do what I'm doing here and do it between 2 different warehouses. So overall 2 different warehouses is quite efficient, but overall if you want to fill all 5 up, then that is the best way to do it, by parking your Terabyte in that construction site building just towards the right there. But that is basically going to do it for this guide. Now remember, this is double money at the moment for only this week, so be sure you do get on top of this. So overall, you could probably, using the first method, you could probably average about 4 or 5 missions an hour Using the second method, you could probably average about 10 missions an hour. So overall, that would be 30 crates for the higher one, or 12 to 15 for the lower one. Now, obviously, that's still a long time. 30 crates, and you can have 555. That's still a very long time. That's almost 20 hours. Almost. Emphasis on the word almost. But you can split that 20 hours over the course. You could probably do that twice this week if you keep playing GTA and you keep at the game. So obviously, if it's 20 hours, just under, it'll probably be about 18 overall. You can then split that up over the course of maybe 4 days or across the whole week, or however you want to do it. It's completely up to you. Just find your best pattern. Play for like 2-3 hours maybe a day. Don't really grind these out unless you're like really into grinding for money. Then in that case, keep doing this and keep getting at these missions. But that is basically going to be the end of the guide. Now remember, if you have any questions about the guide, or just really anything about money making, whether it be any businesses or anything, do leave a comment down below and I will be sure to reply to you. Remember, I have over 250 videos on the channel, so be sure you go check some out. There are plenty more, and I'm sure there will be one there that you like or you will find helpful for what you may need. Now remember to like, subscribe, help me out with the channel. Subscribe obviously to help me grow and stay in that healthy YouTube algorithm. So I'll see you guys in the next video.